careful every day, exactly how number one, but that's exactly how. Yo, it's 'cause I'm taking off with the race.
Sun Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River, Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the with the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Oh. A couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And able to use his blockers to get this. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Tannehill. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20, 10, touchdown, Titans.
Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he
it right there. Extra point out and good by Bullock. It's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
For this defense, CD, going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
You know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their 1st drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, oh, that's got to feel great for them.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Murray. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the handoff, now Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to be
under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
2020 wasn't the year that Chandler Jones would normally have because of a biceps injury. Only 1 sack in the 5 games played, but he had 17 sacks in 2017, 19 in 2019. Let's play some numerology here. Can he have 21 in 2021?
And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Well, right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Cardinals
Running is Jacobs. And he's got Rome. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The speed to run away from you, as we saw there.
Now Prater to add the PA. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Running from the gun with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one, and that's gonna be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from start.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go. What do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Murray off play action. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Zaven Collins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Ertz has it left side. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. 34 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Isabella. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Yeah, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Prater for the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Titans 21.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Able to find Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. Throwing Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's going to come up a few yards short. brought down at the 45. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Arizona, hey, you